Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another AFL Evolution MyCoach video. So in our last video, we just scraped home against the Gold Coast Suns. We have the bye round now, so we have probably played half the season after this video. So still a lot of footy to be played in this season. As you guys can see, we are sitting 5th at the moment. I thought I'd just quickly show you the ladder before we get into today's video. We'll be taking on the Eagles after the bye round, but like I said, I just wanted to quickly show you the ladder and just show you where we're sitting. So we're 5th at the moment. Carlton are in the top 4. It's seriously hard to believe, but the Bulldogs are 2nd, Collingwood are 1st. They are fighting it out for that number 1 position. Melbourne 3rd, and as you can see, the Bombers and the Eagles 5th and 6th. So 5th plays 6th. We're going to Optus. We have to play the Eagles at Optus Stadium. It's going to be a big challenge for us, but we're definitely up for it. We played the Eagles in the JLT, and I think we ended up getting the job done. We didn't take our best team over there, but we ended up getting the job done. I'll just show you basically what, well, not show you, but basically tell you what is ahead. So we have the Eagles, and I think we take on the Saints. So some pretty big games coming up for us if we want to secure a top 4 spot and have a chance in the finals, because I feel like if we finish outside the top 4, it's going to be very hard for us to make a charge and make a stand in the finals. So without further ado, let's get into team selection. So in this week, Devon Smith returns from injury. Paddy Ambrose also returns from injury. Mac Welfie is very harsh to go out. He had a pretty good game against the Gold Coast Suns. And Sam Draper, who I just brought in just to relieve some pressure for Tommy Bell-Chambers. Now, I was going to leave Sam Draper in, but Paddy Ambrose comes in, another tool for the back line for the Eagles. Versatile back forward line. I thought bringing in Devon Smith is going to provide our forward line a big boost with Jake Stringer and Orazio out. So Connor McKenna, Michael Hurley, Marty Gleeson, Adam Sard, Cale Hooker, Mason Redmond. Our backline's been pretty solid this season, so I like how we're the backmen haven't really been injured. I mean, we've had a couple of injuries, but they've been pretty good. Kyle Langford, Dyson Heppel, Darcy Parish, Devon Smith, Sean McKernan, Jaden Laverty, Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody, Joe Danaher, who is leading the Coleman at the moment. In our next video, I'll show you all the stats and all that kind of stuff. Jacob Townsend, Tommy Bell-Chambers, Zach Merritt, Dylan Shield, and on the bench, Tommy Cutler, Irving Mosquito, David Zaharakis, and Paddy Ambrose. Let's get into a very important game. We do struggle on the road. This is a must-win for the Bombers. We have been struggling of late with all our injuries, but this could be the big turning point. Let's get into it.
Hello and welcome. I'm Anthony Hudson. Thanks for joining us for Thursday night football. Tonight we're at Optus Stadium. Joining me is the former Melbourne skipper. He played 226 games with the Demons, Gary Lyon. Welcome, Gas.
Hi, Hutto. Tonight's an exciting one.
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp. And the crowd are appreciating it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they play today.
I agree with you there, Hutto. Essendon, they've got a talented group in the middle. It's up to whether or not West Coast can match them in the centre.
They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp. And the crowd are appreciating it. The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banners are looking great. The captains make their way. Both teams start today's game in the top 8. We prepare for what shapes as an enthralling contest.
So last time we played at Optus, it was a very wet night. We got the job done, but we come here with injuries galore at the minute. We are struggling. As you see here, the game gets started off with the Eagles going forward and kicking a goal through Nathan Vardy. I knew it was going to be a tough matchup for us. I knew they were going to apply the pressure. They are a very good team. They have some very good players. As they go forward here, another, I don't know how this was I think a high tackle or push in the back. Mason Redmond just over-committing there. Pretty unfortunate considering we definitely wanted to get off to a good start. And the Eagles come out and kick the first 2 goals. I don't think we even had an inside 50 to this point. 9 minutes into the game. Jacob Townsend has a chance here to kick the Bombers first. He's been really good this season. It almost comes back, but it just lines up and goes straight and hits the post. We were applying the pressure, though, to the Eagles in this first term. I felt like we were peppering. You see here, nice little bump from Kyle Langford, and Jaden Laverty from the boundary line just hits the post. But we do go forward, and it is good to have certain players back in our forward line. You see here, Jacob Townsend again gets another crack. This time, he kicks the goal, and the Bombers have their first goal of the night. But it was a very, very weird matchup in this first term. I felt like we were on top, but then the Eagles would go down and kick a goal. They had majority of the play early on. You see here, another holding the ball was decision. Mason Redmond was struggling in this first term. Jamie Cripps has a chance here. Very, very tough angle. Not extremely tough, but a very, very tough angle for a right footer. He kicks the goal, and we are down by 3 goals. Our next game, we need to get off to a start. That is our main focus here. As you see here in his return game, Devon Smith take a nice mark up forward. I love Optus Stadium. It looks very, very nice. I've only played here a few times. Played here in my career. As you see, Devon Smith kicked the goal, and the Bombers are back within 2 goals here. 14-25 as we are pushing through to the end of the first term. I was okay with how the quarter finished, considering how we started. We trailed by 12 points. Cal Hooker was doing a really, really good job on Josh Kennedy. He didn't really have an impact in that first term. I felt like he was really good on him, Cal Hooker. He's been good for us, Cal Hooker. He's a massive chance to feature in the All-Australian team. It might be down the road that you might have to look. So Michael Hurley, 3 disposals for us as we trailed by 2 goals. Devon Smith, Jacob Townsend. Zach Merritt was really good in that quarter too. He had the 3 touches. But he had a lot of tackles, I think. I think he laid like 8 or 9 tackles in that term. So let's get into the second term here, and it's basically the same story of the first. The Eagles come out, kick the first few. Tim Kelly kicks a goal. Their midfield is very, very tough, and we're missing players like Andy McGrath and Jake Stringer who filter through there. They were peppering the goals here. They had a few, not easy misses, but they had a few misses on the board. And here we go in transition. Dyson Heppel, lovely handball over the top. Tipper Moody. You can see Joe Danaher in the forward line. I don't know why I completely stuffed this handball up. But Irving Mosquito gets the free kick. He has been good also since he come in, I think it was Anzac Day, Irving came in. He has a chance here to kick goal number 1 for the Bombers and get us back within 10 points. He does kick it. We've struggled in front of goal this season, but that is a really nice goal to Irving Mosquito, and the Bombers are back within 10 points. So this was the start of our little bit of a run here. See Cal Hooker just run under the ball. Not too sure what he's doing. Lucky Liam Ryan didn't kick that goal. That really would have hurt us if Liam Ryan kicks that. But we move on here. We get it going forward. Jacob Townsend, like I said, being really good, providing a good contest. Devon Smith, one-on-one. It is awesome to have him back in the team. It's very unfortunate that Jake Stringer and Orazio will not feature in this team with Devon Smith forward, because our forward line was very, very good at the start of the season. Devon Smith lines up, kicks the goal. He's got 2 on the board, and the Bombers are back within a goal. It was the Devon Smith and Tipper Moody show in this second term. You see here a nice little run. Tommy Cutler gets it forward. Tipper 1 out. Barras is not going to catch Tipper. I thought he was almost run down. He just kicks it away, and the Bombers tie the game up. So 38-38 heading into the break, but we're not finished here. The Bombers are not done. Tipper Moody turns on the Jets, has a bounce. Joe Danaher laid the tackle, actually, and Tipper kicks the goal. The Bombers lead by a goal here. He kicked the game winner against the Suns. It's good to see him get off to a good start in this game. And we did weather the storm, so we definitely weathered the storm in this second term. The Bombers now have the lead by 5 points. We did have a really good quarter, 7-2, 44 to 5-9, 39. Zach Merritt, Dylan Shield, Dyson Heppel, our best in that term, but Devon Smith has 3 goals on the board. Tipper has 2, Jacob Townsend has 1, and we lead by a goal. Heading into the third term here, the Eagles go forward, 1 out. Cale Hooker was very good in this situation. Very nice punch. It goes out of bounds. Like I said, Hooker was really good. But we get this throw in. Vardy takes it out of the ruck and kicks a goal. That's the first time I've seen that in AFL Evo, and the Eagles have the lead back. This was a really good quarter. Dylan Shield gets tackled high here. Now, I'm not too sure why Dylan Shield's kicking on the right foot. It says here right footer, so I'm not too sure why it has him as a right footer, but just going to take it how it comes. He kicks the goal, and the Bombers have the lead back. It is goal for goal in this third term. You definitely do not want to be going goal for goal on the road. You want to try and have a nice lead, but we just could not get a lead going. Darcy Parish takes a really, really nice mark, and you see forward here running for him, Zach Merritt, probably our best player through the entire game here, takes a nice mark, has a chance here to give the Bombers a 10-point lead and a little bit of a gap. I thought after we kicked this goal, a very, very nice goal here to Zach Merritt. I thought after we kicked this goal, we were definitely a chance to basically push on. He has 10 disposals, Zach Merritt. Like I said, 8 tackles, I think, for Merritt in this game. Very, very nice set shot. He kicks the goal, and the Bombers lead by 10 points. But we go forward here. Cale Hooker, probably one of the only times that he was beaten in this game by Jack Darling. He takes the mark and has a chance to kick the Eagles probably back in this game. 10 minutes had gone in this term. Jack Darling kicks the goal, and the Eagles trail by 4 points as we are pushing through this third term. So it was a lot of got back and forth points, but the Eagles come down and finally take the lead. I just wanted to get into the last quarter here. Jerry McGovern pushing forward and kick a goal. Darcy Parish. So we had probably 4 or 5 situations where we could have kicked away. We could have kicked a goal. We probably could have had a 2-goal lead, a good comfortable lead. Joey Danaher here misses to the left-hand side. He could have had 3 or 4 goals in this game. He was struggling early, probably for 3 quarters. You see here, Jacob Townsend gets tackled high, has a chance. He had a similar shot from in the first quarter from here to kick a goal. We try by 1 point, lines up, massive kick from Jacob Townsend. Now, we have had a lot of injuries, so like I said, having these games and being in these games just shows if we have our full team, we have chances to beat these teams as we're heading into 3-quarter time. We have a 5-point lead. We still hold the 5-point lead that we had. The Eagles threw everything at us in that term, but we still held the lead. We have a lot of injuries. We have a lot of players out, but we definitely are a chance to push for a finals if we can get Raz back. If we get Orazio back, Andy McGrath's out at the moment as we hold a 5-point lead. Dylan Shields, Zach Merritt dominating in the middle for the Bombers. 11 disposals and I think 15 disposals for Dylan Shield. Let's get this last quarter underway. The last quarter of Heartbreak, I'd like to call it. We have had a lot of close games. Dyson Heppel here kicks it on the full. We've had a lot of close games this year, but this game really ticked me off, if I'm going to be honest. It felt like we had chances to put this Eagles team away. Liam Ryan kicks an absolute beauty from around 55 metres out. We had multiple chances to put this game away. Joey Danaher had the similar shot from in the third term. Could have put us up by a couple, I think maybe 8 points in that third term. Joey Danaher here has the similar chance. This time gets it going. He kicks a goal straight through the middle, and the Bombers have the lead. We are trying to hold on for dear life. Every single time we kicked in front, the Eagles just had an answer. You see here, they lead by 1 point. Michael Hurley storming out of the back line to Jacob Townsend. We stuffed this up kind of, if I'm going to say. Well, actually, no, this is the time I think we don't stuff it up. Joey Danaher on the lead takes the mark. He's running into an open goal. The Bombers have the lead. It's 21 minutes gone in this last term. But typical Essendon, typical AFL Evo, this Eagles team is not finished. They had a few chances, you see here. Jack Nelson almost kicked the goal off the ground, 75 to 78. But Luke Shuey ties the game up here, hits the post. They were peppering us. And then a mark to Willie Rioli. I didn't even want to show the turnover we had because Willie Rioli has a chance here. 29 minutes on the clock. We've done it to too many teams this year. He kicks the goal and gives them the lead. We ended up kicking a point coming down here, and you see here we have a chance. Mason Redmond kicks it, but no one takes the mark, and the siren goes, and we lose. It is Heartbreak again. This was a very, very disappointing game. We didn't really get going, but we weren't playing our best, but we still were a chance to win. And the way we gave this game up was so disappointing. We lost the game basically in the last 3 minutes. I didn't really know what to think. These are the games we have to win. We only just got over the line against the Gold Coast Suns. These are definitely the games we have to win. 11-18-84 to the Bombers, 12-7-79. Dylan Shield, 15 disposals. Zach Merritt, 12. Devon Smith had 3 goals in his return game, but we just could not stop their midfield. Dom Sheed, 14 disposals. Nathan Vardy kicked 2. Willie Rioli kicked 2. They did have a lot more, probably. But the way we lost, I think this one will hurt a lot more than any other game. This Eagles team is a very good team, and to come over to Optus and almost get the job done, it hurts to say the least. So let's get into J21 votes. Very disappointing game. Very disappointing night for the Dons. We definitely, we lose by a goal, but we need to start winning them type of games if we are going to finish in the top 4. So 3 votes I've decided to give to Dylan Shield. He was really good. He kicked a goal. He was our best player through the entire game. He was closely followed by another midfielder who had a really, really good game also. Tried to get us over the line, and that is Zach Merritt. So Zach Merritt can get the 2 votes for this game. He kicked a goal also. I think he was our second leading disposal. Now, Cale Hooker could have took out the 1 vote. I definitely thought he was one of our best. He played on Jack Darling and Josh Kennedy. He only got, I think, 2 goals kicked on him. But in his return game, Devon Smith, it is good to have him back. We didn't get the job done, so I'm very disappointed. But Devon Smith was really, really good in this game, in his return game. Let's look at the leaderboard. Dylan Shield is now on 10. He has a 2-vote lead over Joe Danaher. Zach Merritt on 8 also. Andy McGrath, who missed and should be back next week. Adam Sard on 5. As we look to wrap up this video. Very disappointing night for the Bombers. I felt like when you're playing the game, you can actually realize that just how poor it was. So let's wrap this up. Wrap up the round. Get ready to take on the Saints. As you see some of the results, the Hawks beat the Cats by 130 points. Oh boy. Let's look at this ladder before we finish the video. The Bombers have slid all the way down to 8th, where the Eagles have gone to 4th. So it was basically an 8-point game. We couldn't get the job done. Disappointing. But we will look to build as we take on the Saints, who are 13th at the moment, in our next video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. A lot of heartbreak. Who should I bring into the team? Who should come out? And I'll see you in the next one.